Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. Let's just get this on the go. We're up to 2216, so not a huge amount of progress time-wise from the last episode. But space-wise, we've captured a whole bunch of different places. This is pretty awesome, all things considered. We've got a couple of planets out. We've got 4 planets, 2 in Kegarus, 1 in Dwogmar, and of course our homeworld.
System survey concluded without incident.
And that's down in Zoblar. So we're kind of we've got one ship going around exploring here. We are working on our relations with the Twikla Collective. That's another mangling of Empire names. And generally I'm going to see if I can kind of like convince them to go after the technocracy, because we're kind of boxed in here.
Construction project concluded.
If we're going to branch out anywhere else, we're going to need to jump past these guys, and that's going to be expensive. Right, so we've finished surveying in Zoblar, which is lovely. Right, the Trax Offco mining thing is done. Right, we'll get one down here. We are running a negative energy credit economy at the moment. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think that will balance itself out by the fact that we're producing a ton of other resources.
Evading hostiles.
Ooh. So, science ship, the WS Third Eye, has encountered a hostile alien vessel in Me and is attempting to engage them. So, where is Me? Is that down there? Yes, it is. Okay. Epsilon aliens. Let's get them researching. And fingers crossed they'll be able to get away from them.
These are unknown spacefaring entities.
Oh, jeez.
We can learn more about them and maybe even initiate first contact by completing the appropriate special project.
Yeah, let's not go near that. That looked nasty. That was a hell of a lot. Okay, well, good job on evading them.
Anomaly found.
Come and survey down
Research
here.
concluded.
So the WS Thinking Eye has found an anomaly that's easy over on Haldus 5A. That's there. We may as well just do that, seeing as it's going to be quick. And we have researched miniature containment fields. So research station output is increased. Interesting. FTL inhibitors. Field modulation is probably going to be the most sensible thing, because that'll allow us to bring our energy credits back up. And also it's relatively cheap, so we'll get it quite quickly. 76% boost. That is amazing. I'm all about getting the technology boosters. Yeah.
Construction project concluded.
So in order to jump past these guys, we'd have to like come all the way down here, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it does. How much would this actually cost? 366. So it's not impossible to bypass them, but it would have to be worth it, or we'd have to have a lot of influence. I mean, given you're kind of at a loss for what to do, for now move up here. So, the strong gravity well of Haldus 10 has pulled in a massive amount of space debris, which has formed a dense layer around parts of the gas giant. Most of it appears to be wreckage from a series of space battles fought in the system several millennia ago. Scavengers have already scoured debris of valuable technologies and artifacts, but a mining station should be able to recycle the metal. Okay, this place is becoming more appealing. More appealing by the day. I'm going to need to start thinking about what we want our next tradition to be. The doorway. So this is Kegaris over here. So what can only be described as a dimensional portal has been discovered in a remote location in Kegaris Secundus. Weather prediction algorithms noticed strange air current, which was eventually determined to be caused by a slight leakage of atmosphere into the portal. The rate of loss is far too small for it to make any difference to life on Kegaris Secundus, but the very existence of this portal raises some disturbing questions, such as where does it lead to, and could something come through from the other side? Oh my word, yeah. So let's have a look at Kegaris Secundus. So we're going to have a portal research area. Once this gets enough population, we'll be able to have someone in that portal research area. And I'm totally up for that. That sounds amazing. The special project, that's just going to cost us physics research. So at the moment, we're getting the energy credits one. This will actually be done faster, so it'll be about 16 months for us to do. Well worth it. Doesn't even take us moving a ship over.
Special project concluded.
Okay. So the crystalline entities. The reports of strange free-floating crystal-like objects observed in certain systems have been investigated. The ship-sized objects and the slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate that they should be regarded as hazardous and approached with caution. That's going to be the things that we found down in this part of the galaxy, in Mir. We can either attempt to engage with the potentially dangerous objects directly or establish remote surveillance and observe them from a safe distance. Right, let's have a look.
Situation log updated.
At our special projects. The crystalline study. I kind of feel like we should do it straight after. It's going to tie up our physics research for a very long time, though. Probably worth it, though. Probably worth it. Yeah, really interesting. So, what are you doing at the moment? WS NRI. You're just in orbit. Let's bring you down here. I'm going to want to survey this last little neck of the quadrant. Because we need to find somewhere else that we will be able to make some kind of exploration. No, we're not going to do that very hard one until we're done with the rest of Haldus exploration. There we go. You're going to be there for a while. I really wish that there was like some little extra interconnections that we could have. Survey completed. Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Inaris. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid the continued search for strange life forms. Yay, society research. Yay, energy credits. So if I go to Inaris now, it's only got 37 population. Yeah, we are...
System survey
It is
concluded.
growing. Immigration people are leaving. That's not a surprise. But overall, we're on a net positive. The Halder system has finally been surveyed, so let's get a starbase here. And as soon as that's done, we can get our little research stations going. Yeah, now we're officially boxed in. We're going to be looking for better places to go. We can't go this way. Let's have a chat with the curators. Yeah, they haven't told us anything about the crystalline entities. Alright, well, I guess we're just waiting for our agreement to finish. In terms of the others, they're generally liking us more and more. That's good. These guys really like us.
Empire sprawl is a measure of the territorial expanse of your empire in the form of controlled systems.
And our empire sprawl has just gotten a little bit too large. That won't be a problem. Right, we want physics research. And we want society research. All about the research. Let's actually have a look at the...
In the expansion planner,
planner,
we find nearby habitable planets that may present opportunities for colonization. We can
Research concluded.
The two Haldus worlds are actually pretty habitable. Let's get a colony ship on the way. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. So this one is larger, so it's probably more sensible for us to colonize it first. This one, we still need a few more materials. There we go. We've got research completed. Ah, synthetic crystal plants. Turns minerals into rare crystals. That sounds pretty right. Space torpedoes. Destroyers. Okay. Getting bigger ships is going to be the right way for us to go. It's going to be 46 months until we get that, but you know, you have to make these kind of sacrifices. Yeah, the Empire Sprawl will come back in and be a bit more managed. Governor Beak of Magenta has leveled up. Yeah, he's doing all right. Okay, we can get the other colony ship on the go. So we've got one going here. Let's get one going here.
Construction project concluded.
This one's going to be Haldus.
Special project concluded.
Secundus. Okay, right, our special project has been completed. We've been waiting for this for quite a bit. Let me just close this off. Close that. And close that. In fact, we can get you going on the next one. That's probably going to be here, actually. Right, so the special project. Science Officer Eyes of Honeydew has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Haldus 9A. The text contains a staggering amount of data, and the mural evidently serves as some sort of low-tech library. It describes, in broad terms, the collective technological knowledge of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy some 80 million years ago. A lot of it is already known to us, but the data contains several promising leads for technologies we've yet to consider. There's enough data here to keep our scientists busy for decades, but we'll need an orbital research facility to continue the translation efforts.
Construction project concluded.
Well, that's very cool. Rather than going there, get a research station on this. You can do this. So Haldus is actually a brilliant system for us. An orbital research station that gives us a little bit of everything is brilliant.
System survey concluded.
Okay.
Horizons expanded.
So the Vingeant system, yeah, not massively interesting. Let's have a look down here. We're looking for anomalies more than anything. While we can expand over to this area if we make the jump, I'm more interested to find out what's down this tiny little arc here, I think. Abandoned gateway. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Soster system. Where is Soster? That's not Soster. There's Soster. A strong residual subspace signature that surrounds the station indicates that it may be a gateway of sorts. Part of a theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed for near instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Well, that's going to be dangerous. Assuming this is a gateway, its current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. It could be restored into working order. Its owner would potentially be able to access any other functional gateways in the galaxy, enabling travel across huge distances in a matter of days. So that's kind of like a Stargate. I mean, Stargate, gateway, whatever. Same thing. Same thing. Yeah, I'm very keen to get us some destroyers.
Construction project concluded.
That dimensional portal is coming along quite nicely. One big construction project done. That's a research station. Hooray! So, get a mining station on the go there. Look at how many
construction project
resources
concluded.
we have. Is there anything left for us to build in here? Oh yeah, there's this one here. So you can build that mining station. I'm actually going to sell a bunch of this. Let's get 2 big batches sold. Is there anything that I want to build on any of the planets? Let's have a look through them. So we've got 4 population, we've got 5 available jobs, we've got 5 available housing. Not quite enough to get a new thing there. Hey, we've got 2 colonists here now. Still way too early for us to be considering anything else. Oh, that's going to give us 12 physics research. Hell yes. Kegra Secundus is going to be amazing. Actually, while I think about it, let's distribute luxury goods here to improve the immigration pool. And we'll get a city district so that we get more available housing faster. And then we'll get a generator district as well. And, well, we don't really need an agriculture district. You know what, that's enough for us to be spending for the moment. That is plenty.
Special project concluded.
Special project concluded. That is... I think it was the portal thing. Yeah. To create this this job. Possibly. Ah, here we go. High energy dimension. The dimensional portal on Kegra Secundus leads to a dimension of pure energy, a small amount of which can be siphoned through the portal for our own use. The procedures used to handle discrete packets of energy also have potential use as a weapon system. Plasma throwers. That place is going to be so good for us. Highly interesting. And anyway, oh, there's a wormhole here as well. Yeah, this game has a lot of depth to it. Hell of a lot.
System survey concluded.
Let's have a look at our technology very quickly. 7 months until we get the Off-World Trading Company. And yeah, we're doing the crystalline study, which is going to be 20-something months. So down in the MERS system, let's move you on. Carry on exploring. Having that there is actually really good for us because it means we can...
Construction project concluded.
Let's just pause for us. Pause, right. If we pick one of these, we can find out how much it will cost to... That's not what I wanted at all. Oh, we need to... No, I thought we'd completed exploring it. Damn it, does that mean you guys have just stopped doing what you're doing? Most probably. Yeah, I see. It's actually got both of them. So he's already performing that. You stop what you're doing. $255 additional, so that would be 375 to bypass them. Good to know. Let's have a look at our traditions. What do we want to do? We can start going towards supremacy, reduce our ship build cost, improve speed, upkeep capacity, fire rate, star-based damage. We could go for domination, we could go for expansion. Empire sprawl reduced by 25%. That's possibly a good thing. New colony start with 1 additional pop. That's also good. I mean, these are all good, of course. Yeah, I think we'll go for supremacy. Start working on our fleet.
The relics screen allows us to view and activate our relics, and also to enact decisions making use of minor artifacts.
Well, we've not found any of those, so that's not going to be very useful. At least not for a while, I'm sure.
Construction project concluded.
So you're up there. Let's not bring you down to that one. Let's bring you down to Rimdar. Because these construction ships I don't think are now going to be needed unless we've got something else specific that we need to build. There we go, we've got one going to each place. Wings of Ivory has leveled up. You're still researching. You're doing pretty well on that, 31%. And the others are just out surveying, of course. So the question is, how long will the fragile piece hold? in the galaxy. These guys are getting quite large.
Research concluded.
Okay, Off-World Trading Company is done. We'll get that building at Landis. In the meantime, let's go for easy, quick ones. We'll go for hydroponics farming, and then we'll move on from there. This has dropped down just a little bit. And in terms of
system survey concluded.
12 months until we get the crystalline entities done. Survey is complete down here. So let's move on up to the next system. Yeah, they have 3,000 defense. I wanted to go to Landis, potentially get rid of this and replace it with an off-world trading company. It might not be the right move. Still learning the game, of course, but I can't see it being terrible for us. So this is increasing our technology costs slightly, increasing our tradition adoption, and increasing our campaign cost. Alright. Speaking of campaigns,
here, empire-wide edicts, practices that
I wanted to have a look at the edicts and see what we've got. Education campaign. Okay, that's good. Recycling campaign. That's not as good. Oh yeah, let's go through the education campaign. It just costs us energy credits, and we get more experience for our leaders, so they'll level up faster.
The species screen lists all types of nominally intelligent beings we have encountered. We can toggle species to display only citizens of our empire or all known denizens of the galaxy.
Okay, I'm sure that'll be useful at some point. Colony ship is on its way. And we have a second one being built up here at Landis. Oh no, no. Did we not have a second one? Oh no, we do have a second one. It just finished being built at Vamus. So we'll get some more places soon. Hey, we can... I like that little indicator. We can support the construction of additional buildings. There's enough people here. Okay. Admin offices to start off with. It seems like it's not necessarily going to be the best thing. Wow, that's really cool. There's so many good things here. But admin offices to start off with. That's going to be what we're all about. Kagaris Prime, of course, the population is...
System survey concluded.
Wait. Yeah, so we've got enough people, but we don't have anywhere for them to work. So let's give them some jobs. What do we want them to be doing? Let's get a generated district first. And then an agriculture district. finished down here, so let's move you on. So if we'd really tried at the start, we could have like jumped over these guys, but in reality the cost to do that would have been it wouldn't have been justifiable, I don't think. Okay, first colony ship is going to be touching down soon.
Situation log updated.
Ooh, we've encountered alien vessels in the Nishpan system. Eta aliens. And apparently they're hostile, so let's get this going quickly. Crystalline study will be done in 2 months. But oh geez, that's an alien. That's 2 aliens. That's 3 alien space stations, and that's a lot of very nasty things. Oh my word! Yeah, definitely back the hell out of there.
Initial colonization phase commencing.
The Empire Sprawl. Of course it is.
Special project concluded.
Increasing significantly. Right, crystalline entities are unbreakable. The crystalline entities, the name itself, is a compromise between rival factions of xenobiologists and xenogeologists on Inaris, are probably alive. Probably alive, that's amazing. An earlier and perhaps more descriptive name for them was silicate animate matter. As they have little in common with biological life, they are solitary beings, each individual crystal sovereign, rarely seen with more than a sentinel and smaller cohort entity. Aside from the cohort and sentinel clearly being subservient to the sovereign of the group, the subtle nuances of the crystalline entity's socio-hierarchical relationships are lost on us. The entities do not seem to mate, and yet we have yet to observe any crystals that are recognisably older or younger than others. Contrary to an early hypothesis, the shifts in hue between individual crystalline entities seem to be related not to their age, but to their latent inertial charge. Internal charge. Inertial charge would be interesting, but no. Which can be violently unleashed, and it appears that those sporadic fluctuations in this charge alter the refractive properties of the crystal. Okay, so useful. We get more energy credits. What are the military applications? What are the military applications? So we're definitely not heading down here. Seeing as you've retreated, let's move you over this way.
System survey concluded.
Wow, they
construction
really expanded down here. Okay, over in the Lander system, we have the off-world trading company. $2.3 collected by Trade Hub, 2 collected by Trade Hub. Kind of hard to say if it's actually doing what I think it is doing, but ooh, we can have 2 more star bases. Well, if we can have more star bases, we could turn Haldus into a full research system. In fact, let's go to Landis Station first, because Landis Station can actually view what we can make. Disruption field generator, communications jammer, target uplink, resource silos. Resource silos? Okay. Yeah, so we can store quite a lot of stuff, so that's not really a problem. No, I don't think those are going to be particularly useful at this level. If we can get like an onboard research bay, that would be very awesome. I suppose we could upgrade Guratan and Vemus. Well, Vemus is already updated. Yeah, Vemus and Guratan is already updated as well. So yeah, between those, we've pretty much got all the ones that we would need. Yeah, we'll leave it for now. So how much would it cost to get here? Another 312. Because they're really pumping along here. It's going to make it difficult to bypass them. You can actually come all the way down to...
Special project concluded.
Okay, we've made first contact with the Kirim reavers. A nomadic civilization. They occupy a number of space stations in and around the Geogawa system. So yeah, they've taken Nishpan as well. That house the bulk of their massive numbers in crowded and squalid conditions. Despite this, or perhaps because of it, they seem to have developed a strong martial culture. Life in the cold void has become second nature to them, and they are very adept at space warfare. There is no Kirim central government to speak of. Instead, they're divided into several different factions that vie endlessly with one another for resources and respect. Given their large population and the shipbuilding capability of their stations, this constant infighting is the only thing keeping them from growing into a significant threat to galactic peace. Yeah, let's contact the other space burbs! Oh my god, I want these to be our friends. Outsiders, we are the Kirim. Unlike the civilized star nations of this galaxy, we have no single master to lord over us. But I've been chosen to convey this message to you on behalf of all the houses. Do not try to impose your soft and effete ways upon us. You may freely send your alien ships into Kirim territory, but do not expect them to return. Our warriors will welcome the diversion, however. Transmit on this frequency only if you wish to offer tribute, or if you have need of mercenaries, as well as the means to pay for them. Well, let's make contact. I am curious. We can pay them to raid our rivals. We'd like to hire a leader. Costs 2,000. Actually, never mind. Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, so our factions aren't massively producing of influence, but we're getting a good amount out of them. I'd like to try and get some... In fact, let's get the energy stockpile up. What do you need? 5,000 stored, so yeah, it's going to be a while before we get that. But if we go 1, 2, 3 from there, 1, 2 from there, 500. There we go. We've got 5.5k. That will make these guys happier. So their approval rate should increase.
Receiving transmission. System survey concluded.
Alright. The Crystalline Collective, all the way down here, want to form a research agreement with us. I mean, I've got no objection to it. Research agreements in general will be pretty good for us. Down here, we need to move on to the next one. So with the second research agreement, we'll be losing a little bit more influence. Incoming transmission from the curator. The agreement we signed has run its course. Would you like to extend it for another 10 standard years? Yes. It's going to cost us, but yes. Which means I now need to get us another 500 credits. Hell, we can do that easily enough. 1, 2, 3. We can sell alloys now, actually.
Research concluded.
There we go.
Initial colonization phase commencing.
Our second colony is on the go. Yes, and destroyers are ready. Gas extraction wells. Star holds. We're going to go with the crystalline fused plating, though, because hell to the yeah. Now, we do have destroyers available to us. It would be foolish for us not to at least have a look at the automatic one. Oh my word, these look so pretty. This looks pretty solid. So with one small coil gun, well, we could change it over for 2 small coil guns. Better deflectors. It means it's low on power though. So actually, if we're going to do that, let's go properly low on power. Ugh. How does it end up 1 off? That just seems wrong. It's going to be because these use 7 each, isn't it? Alright, let's... Oh, the coil guns also use... Well, actually... Yeah, it's medium and small. That's what it's got. So if we go small coil guns and a medium... No, sorry, the other way around. Small lasers and a medium coil gun. Let's take the earlier deflectors, because that was a good call. And we'll have this auto update, although I'm sure I'm going to have to redo it. So this is going to be the Bloodstained Claw. This is our new personal one. In terms of where we're going to build, VMAS is a good place. 222. We'll get 2 of those. So to try and get this would be another 272 influence. It is going to be a fair while. Still, carrying on exploring and meeting other people will give us a benefit. Cyberx Refinery. Ancient debris from some kind of massive Cyberx refinery complex has been found in orbit around the gas giant of Haldus 5. Lingering energy traces suggest it was destroyed by some kind of antimatter weapon.
Situation log updated.
Okay, so for that... Do we have a science ship up there? We do. Alright, 180 days. Haldus might actually become a really, really good new place. Hey, and we're making energy credits again.
Research concluded.
And we're back within our Empire sprawl. Energy credits plus 20%. That's going to be hitting us very quickly. Yeah. Yeah, plasma throwers. Plasma throwers as opposed to shields. Hyperlane Registrar. Okay, that improves our collection range, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things that we could get. Gravitic sensors. Right, but plasma throwers is definitely where we're going to be spending our hard-earned research. It does mean we'll need to retrofit our ships, but that's worth it.
Research concluded.
Hey! Hydroponics farms and hydroponics bays have been done. Hydroponics farms are really handy for barren worlds that can't produce food. Atmospheric filtering, let's make everything just more habitable. Ooh, planetary capital. These are very tempting. Oh my word. We'll go for atmospheric filtering first because I think it's better to make our worlds easier to live on. And given there are a couple of other worlds that we could colonize, 25% is a reasonable cutoff. It's not nice, but we could just about justify it. Yeah, 247 more for us to come down this way.
Special project concluded.
Alright, evidence has been found indicating that the Cyvrex were mining helium-3 from Haldus 5, using their orbital complex to refine the gas before distributing it as fuel to their roving space fleets. Interestingly, the energy signature of the antimatter weapons that destroyed the facility is Cyvrex in origin. Why would they destroy their own refinery? Probably to stop anyone else learning from it. Where are you going? You're going down here. Now that... See, when they colonize that, it stops your ships moving, but it doesn't actually tell you about it. So you have to keep an eye on your outliner to see what's going on. Ooh. I really like this. Okay, we're gonna get you a new admiral. You're adaptable. Ship weapon range plus 20%, that's good. Yeah. You can be assigned over here. We can nearly afford another destroyer. Let's set your home base as... Kegarus, I think. No. Where are you based? You're based at Gertram. I suppose it's not the worst place.
System survey concluded.
Okay, Transix system is done, and that means this entire section is done. Let's move on. And you know what? I am going to get another ship. So what we can do
fleet manager
is we can go to the fleet manager. And if I just increase the number here, then we can reinforce with the button up the top. And that'll just queue one up. 24 units worth of fleet size. Yeah, so our destroyers are worth 2 apiece. The guns that they have are not particularly devastating, but look at this. A little bit of trade value scurried away. Yeah, this is a nice little loop around. Obviously the system hasn't been surveyed yet. That would be 205. This would also be 205. Not sure which I would prefer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a danger. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe many more. It looks like this comes in up here. I'm assuming it kind of connects that way. But it could be isolated. Let's just make sure we keep above the 5,000. Ah, we've lost a faction. Oh no, we haven't. It's just I've now got enough stuff that we need to scroll.
System survey concluded.
Well, I don't really care that much about the factions. Let's move on and survey here. There we go. That fleet is looking a lot better. How's our technology coming along? 13 months until we get plasma throwers. 8 months until we get crystal infused. Crystal infused armor. Ship build cost reduced. Starbase capacity increased by 2. Ship fire rate increased. Let's go for that.
System survey concluded.
Lovely. I want you to go straight down here. Survey that one next. I think we're gonna bring you in here because there's no way I'm gonna be doing any colonizing down this bit. But we might be able to jump across. It could work. We're going to have some tough decisions to make. The Association and the Traxi stars are getting very large. Although we are slightly ahead of them. Although I think that's mostly down to our technology level. Ooh. Stop. So, the Technocracy has declared the Collective as their rival. I'm fine with that. They can have a little war between themselves. It does mean that I'm more inclined to jump on this side, but we'll obviously have to see how that pans out. Encounter in Anganatar. We've encountered some form of alien vessels. We're calling them Theta aliens. Where is Anganatar? There it is. Okay. Well, we'll hop across and get them researching. This will give us some influence, probably. So that's gonna allow us to get some colonization going over here. 162, let's say it gives us 40, so we've only got to wait for about another starbase's worth, which is not going to be unreasonable. Ooh, there's a wormhole there, so that could have been from anywhere. Anyway, ooh, right, okay, I was just about to wrap it up, but we've got a strategic resource. During its survey of Rigel 3, the Wingspan Inner Eye discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed Zero. It's an extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles that appears to be deposited here through a meteor impact, but its true origin is a mystery. If ingested by psionically gifted individuals, this aerosol should act as a very potent and potentially addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. What? While we've got no means of extracting it, we should consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. Well, I mean, Rigel is now a lot more appealing than it was a moment ago. Requires zero distillation. And with that, that's going to be a good point for us to draw an end to this episode. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you are continuing to enjoy these videos. If you are, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Stellaris. See you soon.